Let's take a look at another example here. Here we have 376 unit cubes, and we're dividing them into three groups. So I wrote my expression out here as a division problem, and I'm going to be using partial quotients to solve this. There are dozens of ways that you could solve this problem, and I'm just going to show you one of them. It's not the most efficient way, but it does get the job done pretty quickly, and it shows you where students have a little bit of leeway when it comes to solving their problems. So I'm going to draw my partial quotients line here. And again, my partial quotients will go on the outside of my division problem, and my total number will go on the inside. So first I'm going to look at this, and I want to remove as many as possible as I can evenly into these three groups. Now, the way I like to do it is you go with the simplest things first. And the simplest things, especially for students to multiply, are powers of 10. So I want to look, can I remove 10 groups of 3, 100 groups of 3, anything along those lines? So I am doing 300, and I can see here visually, I have my hundreds. I can remove 3 hundreds, or 3 individual groups of 100. So I'm going to put 100 here, and I'm going to put 100 into each one of my groups. So I'm going to take my 100 cube here. So my first partial quotient is 100. I can remove 100 from each, put 100 into each group. Now, if I do that, I need to know how many total did I remove from the group. So it's 100 times the number of groups I have, 100 times 3, and it's a total of 300. I subtract them out to find out that I have 76 remaining over there. Now I need to start working on my next part. I know I can take a certain amount of groups of 10 out from this. 100 wouldn't work. I can't take any more hundreds. There's not enough left over there. But I can take some 10s. So I could do this a couple of different ways. I know that 10 times 3 is 30. So I can definitely put 10 in each one of these groups. So I'm going to do a partial product of 10. Now altogether, 10 times 3 is going to give me 30. I've removed 30 from over there. So I now have 46 left. Here's another. Here's 10. So since I have 46 left, I know that I can take another 30 out if I want to. So I'm going to take one more group of 10. And in total, that's going to be another 30. And now I'm down to 16 individuals. So there's a couple of other quicker ways I could have done that you might have noticed, but that's okay. This will work no matter how you go about solving it. So let's do, I got 16 divided by 3. So I know that I can put 3 in each group, and that's only going to total 9. So I'm going to take groups of 3. If I take groups of 3, 3 groups of 3 is going to give me a total of 9. Subtract out 16 minus 9 is going to give me 7 left over. So I'm looking. I know I can do groups of 2, because 2 times 3 will give me 6. And I have 1 remaining. Now that 1, I can't put it evenly in any of the groups. If I put 1 here, it would make the group uneven. So I have to leave it out. So I circle it. It can no longer be divided by 3. So that's what's going to become my remainder. To solve this problem, I look at my partial quotients. I add them up. 100 plus 10 plus 10. It's going to give me 125. Don't forget this little guy over here, this little one right here, because that is your remainder of 1. That's how we solve division problems using partial quotients. Subtract out 16 minus 9.